They both looked at the motionless figure of the walker, still standing caught in the frozen movement at the side of the road as Maggie Barnes had left him. "That's an awfully uncomfortable position," Will said. "He feels nothing," said Merriman. "Not a muscle will ever even grow stiff. Some small powers the Old Ones and the people of the Dark have in common, and one of them is this catching a man out of time for as long as is necessary, or in the case of the Dark, for as long as they find it amusing." He pointed a finger at the immobile, shapeless form and spoke some soft, rapid words that Will did not hear, and the walker relaxed into life like a figure in a moving film that had been stopped and then started again. Staring wide-eyed, he looked at Merriman and opened his mouth and made a curious, dry, speechless sound. "Go!" Merriman said. The old man cringed away, clasping his flapping garments around him, and shambled off at a half-run up the narrow path. Watching him as he went, Will blinked, then peered hard, then rubbed his eyes, for the walker seemed to be fading, growing strangely thinner, so that you could see trees through his body, and then, at once, he was gone, like a star blotted out by a cloud. Merriman said, "My doing, not his own. He deserves peace for a while, I think, in another place than this. That is the power of the old ways, Will. You would have used the trick to escape from the witch girl very easily if you had known how. You will learn that, and the proper names, and much else, very soon now." Will said curiously, "What is your proper name?" The dark eyes glinted at him from inside the hood. "Merriman Lyon. I told you when we met." "But I think that if it had really been your proper name as an old one, you would not have told me it," said Will. "At any rate, not out loud." "You are learning already," Merriman said cheerfully. "Come, it grows dark." They set off together down the lane. Will trotted beside the striding, cloaked figure, clutching his bags and boxes. They spoke little, but Merriman's hand was always there to catch him if he stumbled at any hollow or drift. As they came out, at the far curve of the track, into the greater breadth of Huntercombe Lane, Will saw his brother Max walking briskly toward them. "Look, there's Max." "Yes," Merriman said. Max called gaily, waving, and then, when he got close, "I was just coming to meet you off the bus," he said. "Mum was getting in a bit of a tiz because her baby boy was late." "Oh, for goodness sake," Will said. "Why were you coming this way?" Max said. He waved the direction of Tramp's Alley. "We were just—" Will began. Then he turned his head to include Merriman in the remark. He stopped, so abruptly that he bit his tongue. Merriman was gone. In the snow where he had been standing a moment before, no mark of any kind was left, and as Will looked back the way that they had walked before, across Huntercombe Lane, and down the top curve of the smaller track, he could see only one line of footprints, his own. He thought he heard a faint silvery music somewhere in the air, but even as he raised his head to listen, it too was gone.